Yeah, I think Multiverse of Madness is the best movie of Phase 4.
I'm gonna have to disagree on that one. I don't think it is.
Okay, let's get into it.
We are the Phronesis Project, and this is Lauren.
And I'm Rick.
So today we're here to talk to you about the one, the only, and the second Doctor Strange movie.
A lot different in terms of tone from the first one. We were supposed to get this movie before No Way Home. And see, the problem with No Way Home, like, I love that it includes the 3 Spider-Man. I just don't like that it's using some of the same villains from the previous movie standing on the shoulders of giants. It's not introducing new villains. It's not, it's just introducing a different story and celebrating the Spider-Man franchise over the years, but it's not something more bold than that. But
you think Doctor Strange is more bold than the last Spider-Man movie? I don't know. I feel like that's bold to say, because the last Spider-Man, No Way Home, is fan service, and I'm not getting that here in Doctor Strange 2, the Multiverse of Madness. I'm not getting that at all. Whereas in Spider-Man, I did get that, and that's why I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, there's some good stuff for sure, but to talk about Doctor Strange 2, we have a bit of a parallel with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, where Spider-Man has to say goodbye to MJ, and in this one, Strange basically has to say goodbye to Christine.
I love you in every universe. It's not that I don't want to care for someone or have someone care for me. It's just I get scared.
The first thing that comes into mind in the movie is like Defender Strange out, helping Chavez trying to escape. They're in like the Book of Ashanti kind of fucking thing, right?
The area, yeah.
Right, and the thing that I think irks me the most about seeing Defender Strange is that he dies quickly.
Super quick.
Right, this is gonna be spoiler heavy review basically, but he dies quickly, and not only that, we don't see like the team of defenders, but that's kind of the point of this movie. It's not about like, hey, all the group of Avengers or all the group of other heroes and other universes. It's about Stephen Strange and his variance through the multiverse, and what they're capable of and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to see Defender Strange, Darkhold Connection, have a group of heroes that are like maybe trying to outrun this thing, and they start to die off in that chase sequence, and we get a bit of like, oh shit,
and see, that's what I would have wanted. Like, give me more than just Strange. Give me freaking Civil War Strange. It's the Multiverse of Madness. Again, the Multiverse of Madness. It's just not Doctor Strange. You are a collective of multiple superheroes. So I don't know, lackluster for me.
I wanted to see more from that specific variant. I thought it's super fucking interesting, but
it's a disservice to that type of character he plays. You know what I mean? The Defender Strange, we don't really get to see it. I did notice that all of the Doctor Strange, or that Doctor Strange at least, his magic was a little bit different. It was like a light blue, where our
a little different. Like the witches in WandaVision, huh? The ones that were trying to fend off Agatha, right? They were like blue magic.
Was it? I can't remember.
I could have sworn.
So his was like a light blue, and then our Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange, and the 616 is like a yellow gold magic.
We get introduced to
America Chavez. What the hell are you saying?
America Chavez, right? The newest addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Phase 4 in general.
The youngest, I want to say, too.
Right, yeah, for sure. Probably the youngest. A teenage superhero that's probably like a decade younger than current Kate Bishop.
She really is, yeah.
Yeah,
I think she just turned 16.
Yeah, it's crazy, but her name is
Xochitl.
Yeah, Xochitl Gomez. A little bit of a background, who this person is. I guess she's from LA.
Yeah.
Teenager, and I only bring this up because when she is in the movie and she does start to interact with Strange and Wong, she does bring out some of that Mexican slang in there.
La neta, de los dos Doctor Strange que he conocido, tú no eres mi favorito.
Which means?
Este güey no habla español.
That's very fun to see on screen and to hear in a Marvel Cinematic universe, right? To have that kind of flavor, I guess, know. And
as she is from Mexican-American descent,
Right.
So we see that in her actual character.
And she's like, la neta, and like, este way, she has a couple of these
like slang terms that are used.
Right, very
in that
common,
culture.
very right. It's very representative of hearing other people talk to us like that, and it's like I said, super dope to be reflected on screen.
She does, but that's like the only small part that we get into that. What I would have wanted, like throughout the multiverse, like maybe she's talking to like a Rogue or Captain America who speaks Spanish, or Thor, because Thor is from a different world too. So maybe he spoke Groot, so why can't he speak Spanish? You know what I mean? And in real life, he does speak Spanish because his wife is a Spaniard. So I feel like that would have been a wonderful tie-in. Like she gets to speak a little bit more Spanish, and we get to see like Thor. You know what I mean? I didn't need Thor, but I feel like that would have been a good tie-in.
I think she says "adios" one more time, like in the middle of the movie. But I wanted a little bit more of that Spanglish. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I wanted some of that in this movie. Obviously, it's sprinkled in there, and you got to have an English speaking
Very
character,
lightly,
so
yeah.
right, so you can have everybody following along.
But in Shang-Chi, we get them speaking, Mandarin throughout the movie. I mean, again, it's not heavy, but there is, the scenes with the dad speaking, Mandarin.
Yeah.
So
The only difference is this character is going through different multiverses, so I'm assuming like, hey, if you're gonna try to figure out how to, I guess survive in some of these places, you're gonna have to learn that almost like universal language that is English.
Yeah, you're right. With the actor, she's very cute. She comes off very youthful. I do like that she plays her character like she comes off guarded because she's alone, she's traveling the multiverse, but with that guardedness she trusts easily. Even though she's a little bit guarded, and I feel like that's what shows her youth, you know what I mean? She's like first like 6 feet back, and then they're like, you're just gonna have to trust me, and she's like, all right, you know what I mean? So that comes with age, you come with mistrust. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you have to get wrong to start mistrusting people.
Yeah, so that's what I see with her like in the beginning of the movie. I don't feel like I get a lot of range with her, like far as her acting and as she's young and stuff, but I feel like it's pretty like 1 to 2 tones with her. I don't see like, where she screams and stuff. That's like my only like issue with her, but I like her. She's a likable character, and I don't know if it's because I resonate with her. I just think like she's a good fit for the role.
I do wish she brought a little bit more of that, like a youthful high energy to the character.
Me too.
She's a little bit more like shy, or reserved, and like you said, guarded. She's also like longing for a sense of like identity in terms of like home and who family is and
belonging.
All this.
Yeah,
right. So
you get that from her,
and it's a little different from like the other characters we've been introduced that are probably her age, like Hawkeye and Miss Marvel. Like they have something here, but on the America Chavez, it's Puerto Rican character, but she's not really in Puerto Rico. She's from space,
Yeah, some different.
Right, and
universe.
like trying to make her relatable, and like that's one of my biggest issues with this character as well. Like on like the surface level, like this character has the LGBTQ pin, and she's very proud. Love is love,
in
like
Spanish on her jacket.
right.
Yeah.
And the thing that kind of irks me is like over there, Feige and Victoria Alonso, whatever. Like
okay, so right now, let you know what's going on. There are fans right over there. They waved hello. They're screaming at them. We're so happy to see you. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? We're finally here. We're here. We waited and waited and waited.
Yes.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, America Chavez!
Okay, Victoria Alonso. Now, I know that this means so much to you, having America Chavez make her MCU debut. What is she going to bring to the table that we haven't seen before?
Well, you're going to have to watch and watch and watch.
I've been going to these movies for a long time, and not just me, like people who speak Spanish just like me, you know what I'm saying? And they roll deep in families, bro. And like from Spider-Man to the OG X-Men to like now. And what's irritating is like going to see this movie with families sitting behind us, Spanish-speaking families. We know,
that,
right? Whether you're a single parent or you have both parents, like you understand the value and the importance of family and in these cultures. And that's what's a little like again irritating is to see like
off-putting.
Representation on screen, and it's not Robbie Reyes from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's not fucking Oscar Isaac who's playing a Jewish character in Moon Knight. It's not that Michael Pena from Ant-Man. Like that doesn't resonate with me. And it's you have an opportunity with this character truly representing, and it's funkiness, man. Like you have two moms at the center of this character's kind of background, and you're looking at a community, a core member of your fucking audience that have like the traditional family, I guess, structure and the family values, and you have an opportunity to showcase some of like what we go through or what it's like, and you know, the gatherings, and you know, it's the jokes and it's the stories, and it's like, again, just the overall value of family and getting together and sharing moments together, and like that's what I want to see on screen. That's how I want you to represent me. I don't want you to represent me by having some fucking paint job on a fucking character, even though it's a new character, right? And just call it a representative of any Spanish speaking peoples, and then on top of that, right, to have this other layer where you're trying to have like, oh, it's diverse in this other sense too. Not only is she a minority, but she's also, you know, gay or lesbian or any other shit. You know, it's
well, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
It's infuriating. Like I time after time, you want to see representation and you don't, and you want to talk about representation, and it just doesn't come through. Like Black Panther 2 isn't fucking enough for me. I had fucking, you know, I have to sit in movies and see like awesome black characters get their fucking, you know, their spotlight, and it's dope. Like I love fucking Blade. Yeah. Blade is a badass character. Even Mortal, even when you fucking race swap a guy, you know, just to be more diverse and whatever the fuck, like it could work. So I'm over here looking like, well, why haven't we given a fucking chance? Why haven't, like, there's characters, Oscar Isaac, he doesn't have to be the end all be all, but you know, he could be one of those people who are representative, just like in Jake Lockley, he speaks Spanish when he, I like that shit. I like that, you know. It's your turn to fucking lose. I just want to see more Spanish-speaking characters that fucking just generally relatable. Like, don't squish it into this little fucking box that's just truly a fucking fraction of the society that that relate to. Like, you know, like, god dang, my favorite character is Spider-Man.
It's like my Uncle Kagi once said, with great power comes great big booty bitches. That is not what he said.
You know, like certain things resonate with you, and it's just, you're just drawn to them. And there's other things where it's like, hey, you know, like it'd be kind of fun to have a Robbie Reyes character, or even the character from Suicide Squad, like the pyro guy. Like,
see, I was born with the devil's gift. I kept it hidden most of my life, but the older I got, the stronger it got. So I started using it for business, you know. The more power on the street I got, the more firepower I got. Like that shit went hand in hand, you know. One was feeding the other. Ain't nobody tell me no.
As cheesy as it was, but like, you know, here's a dude who has like a temper, I think, and he burns down his house.
Very stereotypical.
Right, and it's like, but it shows you a place that he lives where it feels so fucking familiar, and like, how are they doing a better job than you are, bro?
Latin, you know, origin in their stories.
Like, fuck, dude. Like, god damn. I just want to see us do dope shit too. I don't want it to be simplified to like Michael Pena talking really fucking fast, you know, telling his little stories and a little flashback of everybody in what, like the white tank tops and the fucking, like, the flannels or whatever the fuck. That's what you got to represent me, dude.
So stereotypical.
And my people's like, bro, like we take the families to go see this movie, and you can't even do us a one time and you know, shout out family like that.
It's a little disrespectful in that sense too, because like you have to think about Hollywood is LA, and there's, you know, we're so close to Mexico, and there's such a large Latin influence in LA. Like, I'm sure, you know what I mean, this movie was probably, I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on this, written by a bunch of white writers. So
Michael Waldron, right? The writer is Michael Waldron from Rick and Morty. Then he went from Loki. Now he did this.
Yeah, so it's like,
right?
There's an obvious disconnect. And
even if he lives in LA, like what authenticity or genuine shit did
he's pulling from stereotypes. You know what I mean? Like,
well, he didn't create America Chavez.
No. I'm saying like the Marvel universe, not him himself. You know, I didn't explain myself properly, but not him himself, but like the Marvel universe is just working off of stereotypes, but they wouldn't do that to anybody else and any other culture. Yeah. But we're, you know what I mean? Latins are not really hard on cancel culture, so it's like, okay, if we don't speak up, we're not.
I don't even know anyone who uses the term fucking Latinx. On God,
it's
like, it's
not
just
a term. What? It's stupid.
What the shit are we
it's
like?
Latinos, you know what I mean, or Hispanic. So
can we just be shown as like people who are very family oriented, who are God-fearing people, you know what I mean? Who
Yeah, and I think
you know
you're
what I mean?
right with the DC
who have
character.
a strong work ethic. Is that hard? Like,
No, it's
not gardeners, bro. Not, you know, like just work hard, bro. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like disheartening to see in that retrospect where it's not really us, but it's pushing Marvel's agenda to do that whole inclusion in such a, you know, quick and easy way for them. That was like a quick and easy fix for them. Look at this new character and look at how she is and look at her parents. You know what I mean?
You know, you want to do real things, real moments, real conversations, you know, real words that are exchanged, and put that on a script and put that on a fucking screen, and it's just, you know, that shit is what it is. But America Chavez as a whole, like, I agree with you too. Like, there's some things that she does well, but overall, it feels like she's still a rookie in the sense. She doesn't have the same screen presence as like, let's say Wanda. Wanda is like, you know, really working every second of that fucking camera that she does get the.
Even Rachel McAdams, and she's not in a lot of scenes, you know what I mean? And she's good in everything she does. Like, but going back to America Chavez and her jacket, one thing I noticed is that she has a skull at the bottom of her jacket, and one of her sleeves is like a flame, and so I'm like, Easter egg of Ghost Rider? Maybe she's met the Ghost Rider through her multiple trips, or 73 trips through the multiverse. We don't know who she's met. So, I don't know. That's just me putting it into the universe because I love Ghost Rider. Do you have anything else on America?
No, I just, like you said, at first it had some nice steam and it kind of dies out, and she doesn't do too much with the screen time she's kind of given, and you lose everything that you were kind of, you know, building up towards, and it sucks, you know. It's the first time you introduce this character. I'm sure it was tough. You know, I thought she was gonna be a lot lamer than, you know.
Yeah, me too.
When they first said that she was gonna be included in No Way Home, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you talking? And it's just like, all right, she's not a bad character. It's just
no.
You know, it's the people behind the character and like the reason why they include her. Like that's the real fucking problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it loses a lot of steam with her really quickly.